Scottish favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies. And I had to come talk to y'all a minute about Tessa with the J, because I've been rewatching these games, y'all. And I already apologized because I told y'all I didn't give her enough respect. But Tessa is a phenomenal freshman, and I don't think that people realize that. So I wanted to put it out there. Tessa with the J, phenomenal freshman. I got 2 freshmen. Lay with the butter. Tessa with the J. Lay with the butter. Tessa with the J. They're my freshmen. Listen, y'all. She grew up so much right in the tournament. I just rewatched the tournament game. So that's Presbyterian, UNC, Indiana, Oregon State, NC State, and then, of course, Iowa. So I rewatched those games. First game, Blue Hose. Even though we blew them out, Tessa played 30 minutes. She didn't score 1 point. She didn't score 1 point. 0 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, no blocks, 2 turnovers, 0 for 7 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3-point. Followed that up, 26 minutes against North Carolina, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 42 from the floor, 60 from 3, 100 from free throw. Indiana, 21 minutes, 7 points, 1 assist, 42.9 from the floor, 50% from free throw. It's the only free throw she missed in the tournament. Only free throw she missed in the tournament was in that game. Oregon State, 21 minutes, 15 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 block. 36.4 from the floor, 40 from 3, 100 from free throw. NC State, 25 minutes, 9 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. 50 from the floor, 50 from 3, 100 from free throw. Iowa, 25 minutes, 19 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 63 from the floor, 50 from 3, 100 from the free throw. Tessa grew up right before our eyes. And it's not to say that she hadn't been growing all along. She had been growing all along. She had been putting in her work. But it wasn't recognized. And I went back, and when I noticed that she only missed 1 free throw in the entire tournament, it was like, okay, wait, let me go back and really pay attention to see where Tessa's game is. It's so much more than what she's been able to show us, and I'm so excited that she's going to be able to display a little bit more of her bag next year. What I learned about her in the tournament, though, is that, it wasn't like I thought so, but like she really just proved a point that like Tessa's not scared. She's not scared at all. She's gonna hit the big shots. It doesn't matter how bright the lights are. It seems like it seems like the bigger the stage, the better she performs. She had a nice 3 in the natty with like maybe about 6 minutes to go in the second where she hit a 3 to tie the game up. It was I watched some of the SEC tournaments too. So the and one against Texas A&M in the 4th, one of my favorite plays of the season. I don't think there's a freshman that did more with less time. Like she averaged like about 17.8 minutes. And her numbers are not going to jump off the screen, okay? 6.6 points, 1.7 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 44 from the floor. I know that doesn't jump off the page at anybody. Like, oh, this is somebody I should look at. In the tournament, that jumped up to 10.2, 2.2, and 1.3 in 24 minutes. This young lady does everything right, and she does it within the scheme of the game. She doesn't force anything. You don't see her really press the issue too much. Going into the next season, it's really scary to think she's gained so much confidence and poise to go with the skill set that she brought to South Carolina. Her upside is there's no limit to her upside. There's no limit to her upside. Miss Minnesota, there's no limit to Tessa with the J's upside. Teams are going to have to account for Tessa next year. I mean, and I know people are going to be like, oh, Cess, you tripping. It's tape out on Tessa now. They know, but they don't know. They know, but they don't know. They think they know. Maybe that's the better way to say it. They think they know. But it's more Tessa bag than I think people realize. It's more in her bag than I originally gave her credit for. So maybe y'all knew that already, but y'all get in the comments and tell me what y'all think. Like I said, there's no panic in her. The bigger the moment, the more calm and comfortable she seems like she is. And she doesn't have a flashy game. It's not a ooh-ah like how Lay is when she gets the ball. And so I think they balance each other out really, really nicely. And as they're growing up together as this duo, this guard duo at South Carolina, teams better watch out. And I know y'all said we think folks are stacking up to try to figure out how to beat us and put things together to be able to beat us. And I'm not saying that we're not going to lose no games. But I feel like the way those two are going to develop, and then the core coming after them, and at some point, y'all, I'm going to break down I'm going to talk about the 3 different cores that we got going on at South Carolina. But the way that they're coming up, definitely have an opportunity to be in the conversation for Final Four national title for the next few seasons. She plays with this joy. It's almost infectious. The way well, and I guess they feed off of each other. So it's not just her joy, but she's always so happy, and I think that just adds to her game, because it's almost like she's just killing you with a smile almost. You don't see her too much on nobody. You don't see her rah. But I'm not gonna say that that's not in her. You just don't see that. I do expect her to be more vocal next season, in the sense of, you see her some out there talking it up, telling people what she sees out there, calling for the plays. But I expect her to be more vocal. I expect her to be, I expect her leadership to be much more on display. Because I liked how she was kind of coming to her own as a leader, as a point guard on this team as the tournament was coming to an end. And I'm not saying that we didn't see it all through the season, but it really shone through in that game where she dropped that 19. Phenomenal performance, I think, for her. Very underrated. I don't think people talked about it enough. There was so much about the revenge tour at Raven as it should have been, and so much about Camila Cardoso. Both of them played phenomenal, but there wasn't enough light, I don't think, shined on what Tessa was able to pull off in that final game, especially coming from somebody who had been just averaging about 6 points, about 17 minutes. Nobody had really been talking about Tessa much, but was, a huge catalyst in being able to get that thing done. And now has a great foundation to build on over the summer as to where she's taking her game into next season. And I expect that to be improved on defense. I expect that, even though that 3 looked like it's on a string. I don't know how much more better she could get with the 3, other than maybe taking some more steps back, improving her range. The midi is there. Accuracy, efficiency. I expect her to be more comfortable in the offense. That's going to allow her to make some different decisions and allow her to take, I think, some different type of, not necessary risk, but take advantage of some different options that are going to be available in the offense when you bring in a Del Tack, when you bring in a Joyce Edwards, and when you have them on the floor together. Especially with the athleticism of Ashlyn Watkins out there, who can, and Leigh as well, who can kind of play above the rim. We know, based on some of the videos that we've seen. Ashlyn, we know, we saw her dunk in 2 games, so there's no question there. But definitely going to be able to take advantage of some different options that are going to present themselves as the skill sets of the ladies that are on the floor together changes. And again, still going to be able to use all of them interchangeably. And she is the perfect kind of Swiss Army knife, almost, if you will, because she can make the pass inside. She can create her own shot. She has great floor vision, so she can set her teammates up, for good shots, getting the ball to them in the right places. She can get to the basket if she needs to, and of course, reset, and then her defense will continue to be there. I would challenge her to maybe get some more steals. If I'm just trying to be, if I'm trying to nitpick, but I think that those are things that she's going to work on. I think that there'll be an improved chemistry among the teammates, but especially amongst the seatbelt gang, because I think they're going to continue to play and develop and grow together. She's going to be stronger and faster. She doesn't take bad shots. Like I said, she's really, I think, underrated. I'm hoping for her that there are going to be some more NIL deals and NIL recognitions coming for her. I'm not sure. I don't count nobody's bag, but I don't know that. I've heard a lot of big names attached to Tessa with the J, but I think that's a brand. I think all of the ladies have brands at South Carolina that you'd be a fool not to attach yourself to. But I definitely think that she has a brand, especially the way that she's so outgoing on social media, so inviting and engaging with people, that I think that's definitely a brand that some of these businesses need to make sure that they're not overlooking. But I also think that there'll be more awards and accolades coming for her. She should have been considered for some. She didn't play enough minutes. I understand that to be considered for the awards this year, but definitely expecting her to be in contention for all SEC team, MVP, I'm expecting her to be able to compete for all of those things with the way that she finished the tournament. I think that the trajectory that she's on is outstanding. So as we start to look at her and Malaysia developing, and I think she'll be more of like the true point guard, and Leia will be more of that scoring guard, that off guard, that slasher, that kind of, she's kind of roaming around, pick your poison, Tessa will find her, or she'll take care of you herself, that kind of situation. And they, they vice versa. They can play off each other like that. But when I started to think about how deep we're going to be at that guard position, I wanted to ask you all, how do you see us rotating them in? Are there any two? Because I like Leia and Tessa together. I like Raven and Pow Pow together. But I like Raven. I like Raven with everybody. I want to know, who are the guard combinations that you guys like us to use the most, and why? And who are you most looking forward to seeing play together next season? If and that's considering that everybody's healthy to go at the beginning of the season, and nobody is redshirting out. Get in the comments, let me know that. Let's talk about it. But I knew that there was some discussion in the last live about some questions came up about whether or not Tessa was a phenomenal freshman and on the same level as like the Michaela Williams and Malaysia Fuwailis and the Hannah Hidalgos and the Juju Watkins. And I know that people will say, yes, Cess, her numbers don't say that. And that's why Cess always goes back about that eye test. You can do a lot with averages and numbers. And that's an important part of being able to look at the game, but it's nothing like that eye test. And when you look at her game with the eye test, she's the truth. She's her. And when you go back and look at the accolades that she was able to, the individual accolades that she was able to put on her resume before she got to South Carolina, where she was a little bit more of the focal point of the offense in her high school, stunning resume that she came to South Carolina with. And it's also a great example of the step back that they take to come here to be able to compete for national championships and be in the talk of, SEC tournament champs, national champions, undefeated, looking at trying to go back to back. That's the type of step back that they take in their game to be able to play a better overall team game. And so sometimes I just think it gets lost that these ladies are really true ballers, and they could go and start on any squad and average as much points as we see some of the ladies who have been able to kind of have been given the keys to the car as soon as they got to the school, because they're kind of like the focal point or the main option or the only option in some of those cases. So she's just not in that situation, and so you got to look a little bit closer, to get the to see the gifts that she's bringing to the game. But they are definitely there if you follow her. So with that, y'all, I'm gonna get ready to get on out of here. Appreciate the support at Cess Talk Sports, y'all. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, stay in the conversation. If you and the fam have been rocking with me, thank you. We still on that push to 1 million as we continue to go live, as we continue to share these stories. Each one, share one, each one invite one, bring somebody new to the fam. Let's double this thing up. Let's show them how a community can really be built with this platform when you use it the right way. I love y'all to life and back. With that, y'all, your favorite auntie and uncle tendencies. Until next time, y'all, stay tuned. Talk soon. I'm out.